Hey guys, welcome to Greg's Beer Reviews. Got a big box of beer mail here from Matthew. Matt sent me. He has sent me several packages before. He rounds these things up for him, and I send him some money for him, and he sends these things down to me, and I cannot get usually most of the stuff he sends, just about all the stuff he sends. Looking forward to seeing what he sent me this time. This is a big box. He likes to send these big boxes, and I like to get these big boxes of beer. So, whoa, peanuts everywhere. Looks like he's got them packaged pretty well. See if I can get in here without making a monster mess. Probably not. Alright, the first one out of the box here. He's got them bubble wrapped pretty well. I'll throw this over here on the side. The first one here is Whispering Embers, and this beer is from Valkyrie Brewing Company out of Dallas, Wisconsin, and it is a smoked Oktoberfest brewed with beechwood smoked malts. I've not heard of these guys. I've not had any of this stuff before, so doesn't have the ABV written on it, I don't think. I don't see it on here anywhere, so nope, don't see it on here. So there's the first one. I'm sure I'm going to make a monster mess here. Alright, the second one looks like a New Belgium. Yeah, it's a New Belgium cap. I can get most of the New Belgium stuff here. This is their 2 Below Ale. I have not seen this. And they're out of Fort Collins. It doesn't say what type of beer it is here on the label. It just says 2 Below Ale. We'd like to think we beat winter at its own game with 2 Below Winter Ale, a bright warming blast of Sterling and Liberty hops along with a tawny roasted malts by pushing our 2 Below into a final, nearly freezing state. Its ample structure develops a brilliant clarity. Dry hopping during fermentation creates a bright hoppy palate and a cherry warm afterglow. 6.6% ABV. And it's got a best before written on the label, but there's nothing underneath of it having a, oh yeah it is, I see it there. It says 09 February 14. I think we'll make that deadline. So there's the 2 Below from New Belgium. Not seen it or had it. A lot of these guys, like Matt and them, keep better track of what I reviewed than I do. I mean, like I told y'all the other day, a lot of these beers end up running together after you do so many of them like I have, especially when you get old and feeble like I am. At least my eye's not bugging me as bad today as it has been. Alright. See if we can keep these peanuts in this box. Half of them are already on the floor. Alright, the third one here is from New Glarus. This is their Apple Ale. New Glarus Brewing. They're out of New Glarus, Wisconsin. Not been able to get any of their stuff down here, so I don't think they distributed this far away from there, so very nice. Apple Ale. Alright. Let's see what else we got in here. Okay. This one's taped up pretty good. Taped up real good. I can slide it out. There we go. Alright, this one is Central Waters Brewing Company. This is their Scotch Ale, Brewer's Reserve. Bourbon Barrel Scotch Ale. Boy, that sounds tasty. Anything in a bourbon barrel. I mean, you can probably put Kool-Aid in a bourbon barrel and taste good. I don't know. Bourbon Barrel Aged Scotch Ale. Malt beverage aged in used oak bourbon barrels. Brewed in Amherst, Wisconsin. I don't see an ABV written here. Let me turn it around. Vintage 2013. A rich malty ale that has been aged to perfection in our barrel house. Subtle and smooth, this is a decadent display of patience and process. Join us in a toast to good health. Right on. And it looks like it's got some kind of bottling code there. It says 19013. So I guess the 13 is the year, but I don't know what 190 is. Maybe that's the day of the year that they put it in there. A lot of them do that funky coding system on there. The 190th day of the year. So that'd be my guess right off the bat. Definitely know it's 2013. It's got it notched here too. So there is the Central Water Scotch Ale. I'm going to slide this back one in here and behind. Let y'all see that one. Alright, let's go back to the box here and see if there's anything else in here. Okay, alright, the next one out of the box. Looks like another New Glarus beer. This is New Glarus Brewing UFDA. UFDA. Let's see what it says about that. Here is a bock brewed to appease the gods of winter. Hearty and full-bodied, this is a big beer brewed in the Reinhold tradition. Bock comes from the mahogany. Well, it's hard to read this label. Bock comes from its mahogany hue naturally. You can expect this beer to be complex and smooth with deep chocolate and coffee undertones, complementing the rich bouquet. No matter if you choose to enjoy our bock before, during, or after dinner, remember to serve at about 68 degrees because, like many good things in life, the warmer bock is, the sweeter it gets. Very nice. It doesn't have the ABV on this one, but they call it a big beer. So we'll find out when I do the review on this one how big it is. So we'll slide this New Belgium back in the back and let you look at the label on that one. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, big box of beers. Alright, the next one out, this is Kentucky Pumpkin Barrel Ale. Ale brewed with local pumpkins and spices and aged in oak bourbon barrels. A pumpkin beer aged in bourbon barrels. That ought to be tasty. Doesn't have the ABV written on this one either, guys. But this is brewed and bottled by Altex Lexington Brewing Company, Lexington, Kentucky. It does. Alcohol 10%. Contains wheat pecans. Wheat and pecans in this one, along with the pumpkin. So, that ought to be real tasty. I can't get any of these beers here, guys. Matt, thanks again for sending these to me. I appreciate it. He's a good friend. He sent me several packages of beer. He knows I can't get them. Alright, the next one out of the box, this is Fire from Capital Brewery. This is a Doppelbock, autumnal Fire. Brewed by Capital Brewing out of Middleton, Wisconsin. 7.8% alcohol by volume. Nope, not able to get this one here either. Capital Brewing. Very nice. We're going to run out of space here, guys. I'm going to set this one right up here. Alright. If I can get some of this stuff out of here without dumping all these peanuts in the floor. A lot of bubble wrap in this box. Matt knows how to package stuff up. Does an excellent job every time. Don't think I've had any breakages from the stuff that he has sent me. And it's a big box too. Big box. Alright, the next one out. This one is Belgian style apricot ale, brewed and bottled by Lakefront Brewery out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ale with apricot puree. 25 years, limited edition since 1987. And bottled on 06/13/13. Doesn't have the ABV written on the front. It's got it on the back. 6.6% alcohol by volume. And this was done in June, so we probably need to do this one pretty quick. I'll set that one right there. A lot of peanuts in this box. Oh, he's got some styrofoam down in the bottom here. Oh Lord, I don't know how I'm going to get that out without making a big mess. Alright, big styrofoam container here. Wow, a lot of beers in this box. If I can cut the tape on this. Oh, these are big boys. Alright, the first one here. This is from Surly Brewing. This is their Surly Darkness. This must be this year's edition of this. I'm pretty sure I've already done last year's edition. It was awesome. It was awesome. Brewed, original art by Josh Lemke. Brewed and bottled by Surly Brewing. Lord of Darkness, from the depths of the brew house, he arrives enveloped in raging flames. I'm not going to read you the whole story they got on the back of this. Wow. I know this is going to be awesome. Got the wax on the top of it. Got the evil monster on the front. Wow. Very hard to get beer from what I hear. Wow. This is going to be delicious, guys. I've run out of room. There's what that looks like. Alright, the second one here. This is from Deschutes. I mean, I had some another subscriber send me some from Deschutes. It's been 2 or 3 years ago. And just everything that they do is awesome from Deschutes. This is their Black Butte, or Butte, however you want to call it. 25. Deschutes Brewery, Bend, Oregon. 25th Birthday Reserve. Dates, figs, chocolate, black currants, barrel aged in bourbon casks. The result is an imperial porter with a tart berry and chocolate aroma. Luscious layers of dry fruit, oak, and vanilla, a fitting tribute to the 25th anniversary of our flagship beer. And it's got the black wax on top of it, sealing it. Anytime you see a beer that's got wax on it, that usually means it's a high dollar beer, and it's usually a very well made beer. Not always, but you can pretty much bet 99% of the time it is. See if I can get that in beside there. We're going to move these smaller ones on down here, so y'all can see those. Very nice. And the last one out of the package here, it's got styrofoam, little styrofoam balls all over it. This is Steel Toed Brewing's Lunker, which is a barley wine ale aged in rye whiskey barrels. I like those barrel-aged beers. They are so delicious. That adds so much to the beer when they put them in those bourbon and whiskey barrels. Kicks it up a notch or two, if you know what I mean. Let's see if I need to read anything. Lunker is an English barley wine aged in Templeton rye barrels, which was favorite spirit of mobster Al Capone. The aroma and flavor have a subtle rye whiskey character, followed by caramel, toffee, vanilla, and toasted bread notes. The rich, full-bodied character and sweetness of Lunker is tempered by the moderate bitterness of this glorious beer. Drink now or keep it in the cellar for several years. Capone did both, except his cellar was in Alcatraz. It's hinted with his flavor of choice, making Lunker a choice brew and just a little bit gangsta. Alright. Doesn't have the ABV on the label, but I'm pretty sure this is probably a big beer since it's a barley wine. It's got the cork top in it too with the cage on it. Very, very nice. Matt, thanks again, brother, for sending those beers up. I don't want that to fall over. Very nice package. 3 great big beers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 ounces to go with it. Big haul on the beer mail today from Matt. Matt, thanks again, buddy. We'll get these in the fridge right away. Speaking of that, let's go see what's in the fridge.